Good evening, everyone. Have a cool evening. Before starting the topic, I would first start with a thought. As I yesterday tell you about that, before starting my video, I will first give one thoughts for a motivation towards your works or whatever the works you are doing. And today, the motivation which I had written on my diary, that thoughts discipline is the bridge between goals and accomplishment. It means the discipline is the bridge between a goals and accomplishment. Did you know about that discipline? And discipline is the following any kind of rules which should be obeyed. And generally the students in the schools are always be advised to have a discipline, to make them follow the discipline, because without discipline you cannot be achieve your goals. And like a discipline is work as a bridge for getting the success or for getting the accomplishment. Accomplishment means you can say that to achieve something. And did you know that the work of bridge is to connect a one path, to connect a one side of river to the another side, that help us to cross the river. As it is, that discipline is also like a bridge which helps to get the success, get the accomplishment. So you should obey the discipline and you should follow the disciplines. There is an अनुशासन ही व्यक्ति को महान बनाता है. You have heard that, so that you should always obey the discipline. Now come on the topics. Today I wake up early in the morning because the last day I had to forget last day due to some problems I had been late to upload the video. That's why I had done the video in uploading and keep sleeping. After when I wake up that time, look that there is the net is running very slow. That's why the video is being late. But when I saw in the morning that is totally uploaded, but there is some works left to do, so that after wake up I do that work. I put on the descriptions, some points which are needed to be changed in the title, that I changed. After doing that, again go for the study, because the day by day that the cool and the cold is being rises. That's why I change just little change on my routine. That's I first study on the place of running. After studying, when the weather is being cleaned, then I am going for running and for exercises. After coming from the exercises, again starting reading something, top 4 points, or for there is a rule to have a reading at least 1 or 2 pages daily read. After reading, I adjust to the breakfast which had to keep cooked my friend today. After eating that, again I started the reading the topics, or reading for the preparation for tomorrow is our examinations, the first examination of the end semester. After when I reading that, today I get a one learning point. After studying 10 to 11 a.m. in the morning, then I got take a rest on 1 hour. On that 1 hour I read something in my topics that I today we are reading the top subject, that is consumer behavior. And on that I got a one topic which I think needed to describe, or also needed to have explained in the front of you, because that is a very important topic. That is a motivation. You have always heard about the motivation you are also listening the motivational types of videos, but did you know about there is a motivation? There are 2 types of motivation. One is that positive motivation and one is the negative motivation. The positive motivation is also type of a motivation which comes from the desires, whatever the desires towards your life. Suppose that there is you can say that example of positive motivation is that a student preparing for the test of an examination. Suppose a student that is preparation for the test, and he have a positive motivation for that. He have no fear of pass. He is just doing preparation, he giving his best. His desire is to get a good marks, and his desire is to get a rewards. His desire is to be a top, or his desire is to get a good rank on that. So he has no fear of that he will fail. He is totally, you can confident that he will get a good marks. So he wanted to rewards for that. For that he is still preparing. And one is that negative motivation. That negative motivation, you can say that a student who is preparing also for test, but he is preparing for the, he trying to be away from that kind of problems of which if he will fail, he have a fear to fail. So that's why he is for preparing for the test. One is preparing for getting a rewards, for getting a success or getting a good marks or good results, and one is preparing for the test for to be away or be, you can say, for fear or to face the he is preparing for facing the problems after if he will fail. So he's trying to make himself pass so that he will not be treated as a bad as the parents treat them. This is the types of motivation, you can say that. In general term, you can say that positive motivation is the motivation that comes from the desire to achieve something of or rewards or the goals or the targets. And the negative motivation is that kind of a motivation where we can trying to be avoid the punishments we getting after the paid marks. There is one student who is preparing still preparing for getting the rewards, and one student is preparing for test so that he will avoid the punishment. These are the motivation, that is one positive, one negative motivations. This is a term I had learned today, and I will explain on the front of it. This is the new term which I had learned. After learning this, again I started for studying my syllabus for the preparation. And when I was studying that time, I also got a good, there are lots of things that should be discussed, but I will discuss it later. Let's come on the topic, which are the topics, that overview of the day. After our 2 p.m. I just take a lunch on a 2 p.m. After taking a lunch, I just spend it to sometimes on the phones for it as enjoying, because that whole the day I used to read. So that time I on the YouTube's scrolling some videos and watching some videos, some listening some musics. After me listening that, again come to the point and I started reading the topics which I had written on the copy. And then at last at evening time I just gone for a tuition, and there is a tuition I had I had kept examinations for my tuition student. He is from the 2 tests he is giving. He is doing so bad. That's why I'm not satisfied from him. So again I had given some questions for that, and now he is scoring well. That satisfied me. After that, the tuition will finish. Then again I come back to the room and start cooking for the foods. And after cooking the foods, there is one our elder brother, you can say my partner. He has gone for the picnic, and I had gone for receiving him from near of the overbridge. So today I had also drive a scooty and take a lot of enjoy on that in the night driving. After that we had eaten the foods, and after eating foods, watching some match. Today's the condition of the India's match is so bad that you know that the Sri Lanka had beaten a 206 of in a 20 over, and our India is going chasing very bad, but he has lost totally the 4 wickets. Now what will be the result? That will can't define. Hope is the India will win. After watching that, now I continue to on you. So thank you. Meet you again tomorrow. The conclusion of the day is that today I had learned the types that of motivation which keeps me motivated, and the topics that 2 types of motivation, that is positive motivation, negative motivation. The positive motivation is that doing a work to getting something rewards, and the negative motivation that to doing the work to being away, avoid the punishment, to not getting a good marks. So, and that's all. Meet you again. Bye bye. Take care and be safe from the cool, and keep watching, because if you will watching the videos, that watching will also help you to make more motivated. and keep you learning lots of things, lot of words, because the environment which you are in, that environment will give you a good learning. So you should be connect with the video. That's will. Thank you.